If you're watching this video right now, then making money in cryptocurrency, especially in the likes of HBar and Stellar XLM Lumens, is going to be extremely easy for you. It's not going to be easy for everyone all the time, but right now, given the state of the market, there is literally no better time to be making money in crypto. And you might not see that money tomorrow, you might not see it next week, but I guarantee you, if you're exposing yourself to the market right now, you have probably the best opportunity you're ever going to see in crypto. If you missed the last bull markets in the last few years, this is your best opportunity that you've ever seen. This here is the Wall Street cheat sheet. Whether you think that we're in the anger phase, whether you think you're in the disbelief phase of this market, it doesn't really matter. All you've got to understand is right now, the discount you're getting on HBar, the discount you're getting on Stellar XLM is unbelievable given where these two cryptos are going in the future. And if you want to find out where these two cryptos are going in the future, then hit the like button, hit subscribe, and let's get into today's video. So first of all, let's discuss a little bit about why I've chosen these two projects today. HBar is absolutely booming right now. And I mean it's booming in terms of the community behind it. If you go across Twitter and you go across YouTube, you will see that HBar is one of the most hyped up projects going. There's a big reason for that. If we come over to the Hedera website, you can come down below and we can see some things that are very easy to understand for many crypto investors out there. Their transactions are insanely fast, okay? It's a blockchain that is doing things extremely quickly and it's building faster in its transactional speeds compared with any other layer 1 out there. If we come down below, we can see that they've partnered up with some of the most insanely large companies around the world. We're talking aerospace in Boeing, we're talking banking in DBS, telecommunications in Deutsche Telekom, okay? Google, LG, you know these brands, guys, and HBar have partnered up with all of them. This is some insanely bullish news for HBar, and yet the price still continues to slide towards the downside. But don't worry, slightly later on, we're going to have a look at the charts and identify great times to buy this and look at where I really think HBar is going, because it's something you probably haven't even considered if you are still wondering whether or not you want to be buying HBar right now. And Stellar XLM, again, this is something I've seen having a huge amount of hype. Why is it such a popular crypto right now? Well, given the state of the economy, we know that many countries around the world have individuals struggling with peer-to-peer payment solutions. The unbanked people around the world find it very difficult to make money online, find it very difficult to send money to family living abroad. This is something that has to be fixed. And Stellar XLM is doing that, and many people have understood why this technology is so essential. As well as that, we understand this latest news about XLM. This piece of news has me umming and ahhing about just how big XLM could be in the future. Will the Federal Reserve's instant payment service run on Ripple's XRP or Stellar XLM? This is a massively interesting piece of news. Right now, we're seeing the Federal Reserve getting really negative towards cryptocurrency, but I think this could just be a play. Okay, I think the US knows it needs exposure to cryptocurrency and is going to start to move more heavily into cryptocurrency. The project that effectively gets the go-ahead for this stands to make insane growth. If it's XRP rather than XLM, it doesn't really matter for XLM, okay? If, for example, it is XRP, you see these two charts moving inextricably close to each other all the time. So a massive surge in the price of XRP would see a massive surge in the price of XLM. So if you think this could happen, let me know down below in the comments, or do you think this is just a pipe dream? Now, as we jump over to the Bitcoin chart, I just want to talk about something that people don't really consider when it comes to crypto. Most projects in cryptocurrency, you're literally investing in the idea. Most of these projects don't really make a huge amount of money right now. A lot of them are not really making any money at all. They make money when you invest in them, and the value of those tokens actually is driven by the investor. Whether that's right or wrong doesn't really matter for me. I want to make money in crypto, so I'm looking for projects that have really good use case. I'm looking for projects that already have extremely powerful partnerships. I'm looking for projects that have a good amount of good news potentially on the horizon that could catapult the price higher and higher. I'm looking for projects that are heavily discounted right now. And then I'm looking for ones that have a good amount of hype, that are getting covered in a lot of social media like YouTube, on Twitter, And these two projects are probably the best for me. And we're just going to look at Bitcoin before we look at HBar and XLM. Bitcoin, you can see, has been out of this bull market for a very long time. Okay, we've been in a bear market since the 1st of November 2021. And we're now starting to see a recovery. Are we going to see a rollover in Bitcoin, or are we going to see Bitcoin do this? Because it's very important about how the rest of the altcoins will react. If Bitcoin rolls over and goes down, they'll all go down too. But we don't know is the answer. No one knows, okay? Not just me saying I don't know, I'm just being honest. Most people, with the exception of probably a few very, very big wallets sat in China or somewhere else, know what's going on. So really, guys, because of that, we know that Bitcoin will at some point be higher than this level here. We've got to speculate on that. If that happens, then we know that Bitcoin right now is at a good price to buy. Is Bitcoin good value at 30K? Yes. Is it good value at 40K? Yes. 50K? Still good value. We could get potentially cheaper, but it's still good value because it's still worth less than it is now. But the reason I'm not excited about Bitcoin is because back to all-time highs, Bitcoin will do 160%. In any market in the world, stocks and shares, 160% is pretty good returns when we're talking about 1 or 2 years down the line. However, when we look into the HBar chart, we're not talking about 160%, guys. We're talking about a 10x, 1,000% move back to these highs. And you're going, well, how do I get 100K out of HBar? Well, potentially, guys, we're talking about investing 10 grand to get 100K out of HBar. Now, 10 grand, depending on who you are, is quite a lot of money, okay? I agree, it's a lot of money. And there's no guarantee it's going to get there. But if I was to say there was probably one of the safer bets of reaching all-time high, HBar would be one. But remember, there's no guarantee. And, you know, you're thinking, well, I don't have 10 grand to invest in HBar. Well, that's fine, guys. I understand. If HBar is able to get back to these all-time highs, then it won't stop there. Pretty much with any of these projects, when we're looking at the all-time highs, if they are able to get to these all-time highs, they're going to go beyond them. In my opinion, HBar has the ability to get to $1. If HBar can get to $1, then you're looking at a 17x. That means you've got to put in $5,882 to see 100K out of HBar. If it hits $1, that's highly speculative. But that means that we've got a great opportunity right now in HBar. But when would I enter? Can we get even better odds than this? Or we need to zoom in a little bit further and check out what's happening. Oh guys, bearing in mind that I don't know if Bitcoin's going to roll down to 20K or go up to 30K in the next week or so. I can make my ideas, but you know, we've got to pay attention to what's really happening. Right now, HBar is showing me something extremely interesting. You know I love a buy zone. And what I can see happening on this chart was last time we were in this area, we had some sideways consolidation and then bang, we rallied out of this area. In just 2.5 days, pretty much, we saw 60% returns. Now, HBar has been bouncing in this area, not just once, but is now doing it again. To see 60% from now, you know, would be pretty healthy, and it could obviously see 60% back to these levels. Now, will HBar see a further return towards the downside? I'm not too sure, okay? It depends heavily on Bitcoin. It depends heavily on the US and what's going on right now with regards to the debt ceiling and all that jazz. What do I do know, guys? I know that potentially if I put in $5,882 at this current price, then I have a chance of it going to 100K in a couple of years' time. Now, what I'm saying right now is if you don't have that much money, well, you can put in potentially half of what you do have, and then if it does get down here, then you can put in half again. All I'm saying is have exposure to the coins that you're interested in. If you've already decided that HBar is a good coin to buy, then pull the trigger. You're probably happier buying it when it's up here than waiting for it to go lower and lower. Waiting for it to go lower and lower is the same greed that you have when you're thinking that you should probably sell it and you're waiting for it to go higher and higher. Take the decision to get into it if it's what you wanted to buy. Obviously, that's not financial advice. You need to do your own research. HBar is a phenomenal buy right now at this price. Might get lower down. If it gets lower down, then I'm happy buying more if I've got the money to do so. If I don't think I'm going to have more money coming in, then maybe I just put in half the money I've got right now and then half of it later on. Now, I covered XLM in a video I made yesterday, I believe, and I talked about this buy zone that XLM is in. And what I want to show you that's happening right now, and this is very key, because when we have interaction with these zones, where in the past we've seen big candles being bought out of it, you can see that it's turning around. We can identify these buy zones, and if you want help identifying buy zones, and I will talk about this all the time, then subscribe to my channel, guys. I'm showing you exactly how we can find areas that we're likely to be bouncing in. Higher probability of bounces towards the upside. When we're moving down like this, you're probably going, well, when do I buy? It's so difficult. Actually, guys, it's very easy to identify where these buy zones sit. And if you're subscribed to my channel, I will tell you exactly where to find them. And even better, jump into my free Telegram, which is linked down below, and I will help you to identify buy zones in your favorite cryptocurrencies. Here we can see XLM doing a very similar thing. Again, we've said if it can stick here, then it's going to move towards the upside. But there's no guarantee. We could roll down towards this one, and this could be our buy zone. So how do I gain exposure? Well, I buy in these buy zones. Rather than buying in like everyone else is doing up here, where you would be currently sat down 22%, you can now be buying in, and then if it gets back up there, you're up 30%. That's a big difference. And this is why it's such a big difference, guys. From that top, if you bought a few weeks ago, to the top up here is a 6x. But if you were patient and you waited for this buy zone, you would get up to here with an 8x. That is 200% more money. So if I put in $1,000 down here, I will have $2,000 more at the top than I would if I waited. But I actually think that XLM, given where it's going and the fact that it's been holding on for a long time right now, with a lot of stuff and a lot of pressure from the SEC and various others, we'll be seeing something like a $3 price per coin in the next market. That would be a 36x. And that means that at current levels, I literally need $2,777 to invest in XLM. Can I see it going further lower down? Or should I just pull the trigger? Well, it depends, guys. How much money do you want to see in return? $2,777. Is it guaranteed? Absolutely not. I'm only saying that if you've got the money, you should be investing in any crypto, really. But if you can afford this amount of money to potentially turn into 100K, then you've got one of the best opportunities right now, given the condition of the market. Will the prices go lower right now? I don't know. Do you know? No. Does anyone know? Not for sure. All we know, guys, is it's going to be worth significantly more in the future than it's going to be now, and you don't have many better opportunities. And you don't have many better opportunities than buying into a market that is full of fear. Every time I tell you, Warren Buffett, buy fear, sell greed. And this is where you're going to see the best opportunity in the markets, guys. Now, there's something very cool going on right now. If you want to get involved in some other incredible project launches, Commonwealth is launching an NFT. You can come over through the link down below in the description and pick up one of these NFTs for $99. That's going to be able, and you could potentially sell it in the future for way more than that. But not only that, guys, you're going to be able to earn a passive income by holding one of these NFTs. And if you use the link down below as well and sign up for the whitelist, then you could potentially qualify to win an NFT that's worth 0.9 Ethereum, which on today's records, I believe, is around $1,600. Obviously, that price might be changing all the time. These NFTs are like having a small piece of a hedge fund. They're going to give you access to some of the top crypto projects that are being launched all the time. If you want to find out more about this, guys, then get into my free Telegram. It's linked down below, where I'll explain exactly what you've got to do in order to be able to win one of these incredible NFTs. Make sure you get down below in the comments, guys. This is one of the hottest projects right now. They're going to sell out very, very soon. There's a huge amount of marketing going out about them in the next couple of days. So do not miss out on the opportunity to get involved. Come over here, click on Mint Series 2 now. Also fill out that white paper in order to be able to be in with a chance of winning one of the Series 1 NFTs right now. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed that video today, hit the like button if you're new to the channel, then subscribe, and I will see you in the very next video. Bye-bye.